This week marks the release of the Switch 2 edition of Kirby and the Forgotten Land, which is the second to last currently known release date from Nintendo. After this, Nintendo's release schedule is very unclear. We didn't get a general direct yet, and we haven't gotten any Nintendo Today announcements about these upcoming games this month, like a lot of people thought we were going to. We're coming up on September, and Nintendo is running out of time to reveal new information about these games. And September is kind of the start of Nintendo's holiday release schedule, because a lot of people like to buy games for like Christmas and holidays early. So Nintendo does like to deliver some things kind of early, like last year Echoes of Wisdom released in September, and Nintendo does usually like to have a fairly substantial September release. So we're kind of running out of time for that potential September release date announcement. Kind of like, I think we only have like a couple weeks left for that now. And so far, like I said, there's only one currently known release date left, and that is Pokemon Legends Zaza, which is releasing on October 16th, and we already have a ton of information on the game, because a lot of the marketing is being handled separately from Nintendo, like with the Pokemon Company and everything, even though this technically is considered a Nintendo release, since it is a Nintendo-published game, but it is kind of being handled slightly differently, so it does kind of make sense that more information was revealed ahead of time, and this game is also being previewed at a lot of events as well. Demeech is even going to play it at PAX West, so I'm looking forward to see how he feels about it. But other than Pokemon Legends Zaza, we really don't know anything. There are a lot of unconfirmed release dates between games that are confirmed to release this year, or games that are just very ambiguous for when they could release. Like Metroid Prime 4, we actually do have a lot of information on the game and a lot of gameplay and previews, but we haven't had many updates since April. The game did accidentally get an ad, I think, in like a subway somewhere saying it was out now, but I think whoever was running like those ads or making those ads might have gotten the release dates mixed up, or there was some kind of confusion there. But if they have an ad already made that says out now, I feel like the game probably will release fairly soon. And the game has also been rated in several countries as well, so it would make sense if we got the release date like within the next couple weeks. I feel like this is probably the next release date we could get. I feel like this could happen anytime on Nintendo Today, honestly, if we don't get like a general direct or anything. This one I could see happening in late September, either late September, early October, like a couple weeks before Zaza, so we'll just have to see. Because like I said, we already do know a lot of information about the game, so all they really have to reveal is the release date. Interestingly, some people did think that this game was going to get delayed. There were some rumors thinking that this game was going to get pushed to 2026. And honestly, I don't really see that happening at this point. We already know a lot of information about the game, and I don't think they would have actually previewed it and showed like a lot of information at the first Nintendo Switch 2 events if it wasn't going to release this year. And the next big game that we actually don't know too much about, we just got a CG trailer in the April Direct, is Kirby Air Riders. Many are thinking that this may actually get a 2026 release, but Sakurai did mention that he will be able to share more information about this soon, and the game was rated back in July, so I still think there is a chance that this could release this year, especially if this is a November title. I feel like that does give enough clearance for people to know about the game before the holidays, so an early September trailer is definitely possible. But I do think ideally it should get a trailer or a Nintendo Today drop sometime in late August, in the next couple weeks. And I'm just really excited to see more about this game, because I love Kirby Air Ride on the GameCube, and I am just incredibly excited to see what Sakurai is cooking up for this. I think we could even get something like a Sakurai Presents for this, since Sakurai usually kind of likes to go in detail when showing off his games and showing more information about them. So I'm really looking forward to seeing footage and more information. And the next game is Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. We actually did get a new trailer a couple weeks ago in the partner showcase, but they still didn't reveal a release date. I'm not sure if that's due to Toei Tecmo handling some of the marketing for this game, and like the fact that it's being published by them in Japan, even though it is being published by Nintendo here. So there could be a little bit of a discrepancy there. That might have been why they're waiting to reveal like a little more. But since it's not releasing until either November, December, or even early 2026, since they did say winter, we could get a release date later on. And then finally, we have Splatoon Raiders, which, similarly to Kirby Air Riders, we haven't heard anything from Nintendo since its announcement. And it's also not confirmed to be releasing in 2025, so it may be released in early 2026. But we haven't had any other game announcements for 2025, so I do think Splatoon Raiders still could release this year. And the thing is, I know like a lot of people are saying that some of these games could be pushed to 2026, but if all 4 of these games were pushed to 2026, Legends Zaza would be carrying the rest of 2025, which is very unlikely and not a good move for a new console. Even Prime 4 and Air Riders being pushed into 2026 would make the rest of the year feel a tiny bit barren. So I feel like these will likely be releasing in 2025. And I also think it's a bit risky that Nintendo is hinging all of these games on their 2025 holiday. It kind of seems a bit weird that they wouldn't do anything else. Even though all of these games are going to be substantial from a gameplay perspective, just in terms of casual audiences, Metroid Prime 4 probably won't be like a massive success. It probably will sell fairly well, probably around 5 to 6 million, which would be incredible for Metroid, but not a massive hit for Nintendo. And then Kirby Air Riders, I do think it will sell relatively well, probably will end up being one of the best-selling Kirby games, with just all of the hype that's surrounding it. But it still won't have the same punch that like a Mario holiday title would. So I don't think it's like as big. And then Splatoon Raiders, while Splatoon is a pretty big success for Nintendo, this is a spin-off, so it still kind of is a risk as well. It's not the same thing as like a Mario spin-off because Splatoon hasn't had any spin-offs yet. So there is a little bit of risk there, but I do think Nintendo will probably market Donkey Kong Bonanza and Mario Kart World a lot for the holidays, so they already do have those titles, so I don't think it's too much of a concern for them. And then there's also the possibility that Nintendo could release something for Mario's 40th anniversary. I actually made a prediction video about that a while back, so you could check that out if you're interested. I don't think all of those things that I predicted will still happen. I was a little more hopeful since we didn't have like a general direct at that point, and Nintendo still had some time to reveal some things, like even for the holiday. But now I think that's increasingly less likely. But we could still get like something like a Galaxy 2 remaster or something else along those lines, or even something for early 2026. So I don't think what we'll get for Mario's 40th anniversary will be that big. We could get a new Switch 2 edition. I think that is possible, but we'll just have to see. That will probably be revealed in early September, kind of like 2020, which is kind of an interesting circumstance because back in 2020, it was supposed to be revealed much earlier, but I guess Nintendo might be rolling with that now, kind of revealing the anniversary details in September now, but we'll just have to see. And I feel like Nintendo really has to be more transparent about this. Like, either have a direct within the next 2 weeks, or Nintendo Today announcements between now and the end of August, or even early September for some of these. So early September may be pushing it for most of these cases, except for Age of Imprisonment. So I do think the end of August would be ideal for most of these. So I really hope they reveal more information soon, and we do have a concrete end of the year for 2025 for Nintendo and the Switch 2. But anyways, let me know what you think, and thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and make sure to check out my Discord server and Blue Sky if you want to. stay perky.